Anybody in on the plan?
Ko je jedan od 9 prezidenta trenutno u kompaniji?
I just had a talk with one of my partners that has to leave in a
Upravo
minute.
sam razgovarao sa jednim mojim partnerom
I asked him,
koji je morao
did you
da...
go to the latest James Bond movie? And he said yes. Do you know who get royalty on the movie? And he said no, told him it's the Fleming family, they get all the royalty. And I asked him, did you leave? Do you know who gets royalty in Zinzino? I do. Did you leave James Bond movie 30 minutes before it ended? No. Why do you leave your Zinzino business?
Rekao je da neki njegov partner je hteo da napusti skup, on ga je pitao da li si gledao film Fleminga, James Bonda, kaže jesam, pa da li si napustio film do kraja, kaže nisam, pa zašto sad napuštaš ovaj film, pogledaj ga do kraja.
In a way, so the system doesn't work.
Piše jako sitno, Dream, ja nemam veliki ekran ispred sebe na drugom kanalu, ne bih to vidio. Neki ljudi većinom imaju mali san. Ne bi preživeo bavići se crtanjem.
Cubic meters of water in front of it. It's very tough, it's very hard.
Pa stvarno je trebalo pogoditi čamac i mnogo kubiknih metara vode.
And you sign up your partner A, you maybe have
upisao si partnera A, napravio si svoju prezentaciju.
You start up partner A and you just want to help A as much as
želiš da mu
you just give them all the love you have.
Pomogneš, dao si mu svu svoju ljubav, snagu, energiju, ali ništa.
And you have to sign up the next one, B.
Upisao si drugog B.
They could actually be very good people. A and B is not the wrong people, but you're just
E i B nisu loši ljudi, jednostavno
and this just goes on in your business, and you'll be more and more frustrated with
bićeš možda sve više frustriran koliko ljudi uključiš, a oni ne krenu sa poslom.
One day you are maybe
Jednog
not here
dana
anymore.
možda nećeš biti ovdje više.
What I recommend everybody, if they want to take this serious and they want to go full time as fast
Ako
as
hoće
possible,
da ozbiljno ovo shvate, onda treba da imaju veliki san.
big dream, know what they want, have a
Da znaju
huge
šta
list of
hoće.
exciting people you want to be rich with and have freedom, because that's what
Da
we have.
imate slobodu, da
You wanna
budete,
cruise on top of the
da
water,
imate energiju na vrhu,
just have
u
the engine in the
čamcu na
water and
vrhu
just
vode
fly over the water,
i
and
da
you will
idete
spend at
iznad
least
vode, da
15
letite
hours a
iznad
week.
vode,
And somebody says that's a lot.
da
I want you to
imate
have a dream that is so big that out of 168 hours, you can spend 15 hours.
Da se posvetite barem 15 sati nedeljno, tako je.
nedeljno
To je
ili dnevno.
168 sati.
Isn't it
stvari.
crazy?
Nedeljno, jel?
Da.
I mean,
Jako
your
je
dream
težak
is
za
not very
praćenje,
big
mislim,
if you
stvarno je.
if you can't find 15 hours.
Ako ne možete
When
naći
you have
15
this plan,
sati,
you will have at least 10 short presentations.
uzmite bar 10 kratkih
If
prezentacija.
you're really bad at working your business,
Ako si jako loš u radu u poslu, radi 5 sastanaka
one new partner.
na nedeljnom
So that
nivou,
means every week you bring in
svake
2 new
nedelje
partners to your team.
dovodiš
And
time
just with
nove
your own
partnere u
effort.
tim.
With your own effort,
Svojim
In 1 year,
sopstvenim
you will have at
snagama
least
za godinu
100 new
dana
partners in the team.
imaćeš
And when you duplicate this, and you
koliko
find your A and your B,
kada dupliciraš to
within the first 3 weeks, we should
u
be
prve
through
3 nedelje,
and have the first 6 partners to work with, and everybody
imaćemo prvih 6
on the list,
partnera s
and
kojima možemo
you
da
bring
radimo.
out the 30 most hottest people, the richest, the most successful, the best people you can find, and
Dovedi 30
doing
najboljih ljudi
presentations,
koje
and you
možeš,
have
radi sa
everybody in
njima
your team within
prezentacije,
the
neka
first 3
oni rade
weeks.
to isto.
You can also have 15 presentations 2 days in a row and then get over with it, and you will have your first hottest most excited partners because they see how the system is supposed to work.
I radi tih 15 prezentacija i ovi će partneri vidjeti kako treba da se radi, imat će dobru duplikaciju.
3 people will not do anything. 3 people will...
Od ovih 6 3 neće možda uraditi nešto veliko, a 3 će uraditi.
And then you will have 3 people go ballistic like yourself.
Pa imat ćeš i 3 možda tokom godine koji će biti kao i ti, zagrejani za posao.
People say they don't think Express Start is working, and it's because they try to do this plan over here. It actually doesn't work very well. So we need the momentum.
Potreba nam je momentum i da bi posao radio, to mora biti ova desna strana načina rada, a ne leva strana koju je prvo način.
But with this plan, I mean, it took me, 17 years ago, it took me half a year to have a diamond income, and at that point we could survive by my wife Pernille's nurse salary and a diamond income.
Za 6 mjeseci ovakvim načinom rada on je postao dijamant i više nije zavisio od plate njegove supruge koja je medicinska sestra. Ovo je Jan Struhar, naš mentor.
It was my first time when I was on a first huge event in Zinzino.
Kada sam prvi put bio na Zinzino skupu.
At that time I was partner for 8 months.
Bio sam partner već 8 mjeseci.
I was having 2 diamonds, 4 platinums and 9 executives in my
Imao
team.
sam 2 dijamanta,
And I was at the level of
9
crown.
egzekutiva, nekoliko platina u svom timu.
And I want to tell you a little bit on how I was able to get here.
Reći ću vam kako sam uopšte dospeo ovdje.
And do you know why?
Lebo som mal so sebou jedného jediného človeka. Jedného jediného.
Because I was having only one person with me, only one.
Imao je kada je došao samo jednog čoveka sa sobom.
Ale aj tak.
It's true that Slovakia and Czech Republic wasn't open then, and there was
Tada Slovačka i Češka još uvijek nisu bile otvorene.
Keby tu boli moji partneri, keby to mohli počuť, keby to mohli prežiť, keby to mohli precítiť.
I Marija, ovo razumeš sada sve.
If my partners would be here, if they could experience it, or just live it.
A vtedy začali promotovať Švédsko annual event.
And they had started to promote the annual event in Sweden.
Počeli su da promovišu godišnji događaj u Švedskoj.
Povedal, že budem tam mať čo najviac partnerov, ako sa len dá.
Početak mu je bio težak.
And I said, okay, I will have there as many partners as possible.
A keď som prišiel,
Dogovorili smo se dovešćemo što je moguće više partnera na događaj u Švedskoj.
a do Švédska sa nám podarilo priniesť 100 ľudí.
And we were able to bring 100 people to Sweden.
Bili smo u stanju da u Švedsku odvedemo 100 ljudi. To je ono što je onda pokrenulo taj posao.
Bola vyhlásená súťaž Top Gun, ako je teraz.
And at the time there was also the Top Gun campaign as it is now.
A ja som sa umiestnil na druhom mieste o jedného alebo dvoch partnerov za Markom
Top
Passanantom.
Gun akcija kao sada.
There was only 1 or 2 partners difference between Marco Passanante and me.
Bilo je možda samo 2-3 razlike između Marka Passananta i mene.
But the fact that I was working so hard and I brought so many people here had actually caused the fact
že v decembri som bol Black Crown
that in December I had become a Black Crown.
a v januári som sa dostal na úroveň
ambasadora
a potom
Black Crown.
celý mesiac na Royal Ambassadora.
And in January I became ambassador and
A u januaru već je postao ambasador.
Ďakujem. Čiže rok 2019 bol z hľadiska mojich cieľov maximálne úspešný kvôli tomu, že som sa zúčastnil Leader School a zúčastnil som sa annual eventu s ľuďmi čo najväčšom počte.
So the year 2019 was very successful.
2019 je bila vrlo uspješna za njega.
And then I brought as many people as possible to the annual event.
I dovodio sam najviše što je moguće ljudi na godišnji događaj.
And for the first time when I had seen the compensation plan, on the top of the plan there was the level of
Kada
president.
sam prvi put video plan kompenzacioni, na vrhu je bio prezident.
And my biggest vision and dream was to make president as fast as
Moj
possible.
najveći san je bio da postanem prezident.
You know.
uspešna formula,
Hello, I'm
budi
Audrey
inspirisan
Girdler. I'm
kroz
ambassador at
događaje.
Zinzino, and we are
Sada slušamo Svena Gebela i Audrey Gebel, vlasnike i osnivače Hansen Heidi
we create our
kozmetike.
families, our 3 wonderful boys.
Priča da imaju troje divnih dečaka, da su srećna porodica.
Network marketing so worth it.
So my background, actually, my traditional background is I'm a scientist. I study chemical engineering.
Doktor Gebel je naučnik, to je njegova pozadina.
1992 I was introduced.
92. je diplomirao.
This is when my life totally changed because after my first meetings I decided this is what I wanted to do.
Ali se posle prvih sastanaka koje je imao u ovoj industriji njegov život promenio jer je odlučio da je to ono što želi da radi. Ovo je bilo u Štokholmu prošle godine, predstavljanje kolekcije Hansen Heidi. Velike razlike, velike promene donosimo ljudima u njihove živote kada su u pitanju ovi proizvodi.
But also in the individuals. And being able to add value to both these developments is something that really drives me. I was always thinking many years back, what would a company of the future look like in network marketing? And I have my...
Razmišljao sam često kako bi trebalo da izgleda kompanija u budućnosti koja se bavi network marketingom.
Having people use the products even if they are not signed up. Not many
I otprilike ovako ja mislim da je treba da izgleda. Slabo ga čujem, sve to neko nešto jače malo.
Multi-billion dollar superstar. That's what drives me right now, or drives us right now.
Mene vodi ideja da budem superstar sa milionima dolara. To je ono što me pokreće.
First of all, we are in a very good situation that we
Mi
can
smo u
afford
jako
to
dobroj
work both
poziciji.
full time in this business. In many cases,
poslu.
if you start as a couple and you are brand new to this industry, it's
Ako krenete kao par u ovu industriju, imate još bolje šanse.
keep providing for the family while the other one puts more energy into the business and builds it to a point where they can do it full time. Once you are in a situation that you can both work in this business, things should come naturally, but I think what needs to be given is that you both love that network marketing business.
Kad radite sami, onda je potrebno vreme i napor da ovaj posao dovedete do toga da se njime bavite profesionalno, ali kad radite u paru, pod uslovom da oboje to vole,
I believe you can't fail as a couple. I believe that
mislim da
if you
onda
would today freeze our lives with our kids and the way we live, we could easily live until the end of our lives happily.
kada bismo danas zamrznuli svoj život sa ovim sadašnjim prihodima, mi bismo mogli da živimo do kraja života bez ikakvih problema.
There's still a lot to be done.
Ali ima još toliko toga što možemo da uradimo i da uradimo za druge ljude, za živote drugih ljudi.
Yeah, we want people to live through what we lived through.
Želimo da ljudi žive na način na koji mi živimo, da tako i oni dožive.
My wife, she's lovely, but she's a lovely, chaotic person.
Moja žena je divna, ali je
really
haotična.
amazing. And she doesn't only look like an angel, she is an angel.
Ona ne samo da izgleda kao anđeo, ona jeste anđeo.
Mother, she does really care
Brižna je
about
majka, brine o nama,
even those
brine o
people she
drugim
doesn't
ljudima
really know of.
i o ljudima koje čak i ne poznaje dobro.
She's only good to her. And she can really handle me. Was that a good take?
Huge
Eto, jedan
congratulations
šarmantan
to our new
nastup jednog
ambassadors.
para, vrlo
Great
uspešno.
story.
Mislim da je on već ambasador, on je ambasador već
This great success story, Carla.
od prošle godine.
You're asking me,
Krenuli
Camilla?
u
You're
Zinzinu
the
sa
black ambassador. But you know, we always want to grow and thrive, and we want to help others along the way. And I for sure follow our next speaker. Please welcome our co-founder and two-star global president, Ryan Sala.
Naš sledeći sagovornik je osnivač i dve zvezde, prezident Orjan Sao.
Hi, good to see you. I'm excited about today. Hi there, by the way. And it's a difficult subject to find out what does it really take to make it to the top. What does it take to
Teško je naći odgovor, jedan odgovor šta je to što te vodi do
get
vrha.
them out of you and then implement that into the Zinzino business.
I šta je to što treba implementirati u Zinzino biznis da bi jako rastao.
Becoming a growing leader, becoming
Da
a
postaneš
growing
rastući
leader,
lider.
a leading leader, and then one day becoming a leader of leaders.
I da jednog dana postaneš lider lidera.
You wanted to become, but also that person in Zinzino that becomes the talking about, that everyone looks to, everyone says hi to because they know who you are.
Da budeš
Because the
prepoznat,
results
da
you
svi znaju
created
ko si,
have impacted so many people
da imaš
positively.
uticaj na toliko
And some
mnogo ljudi,
thousands of customers, hundreds, maybe
da
thousands of
imaš
partners, and many
hiljade
full-time leaders in your
kupaca
organization. And
i
that's
stotine
what I was just
hiljade
sitting here with
partnera
my
i nekoliko lidera u svom timu.
thinking about, and what are the things that really takes you there? And
Šta je to što te stvarno vodi tamo?
maybe 3 things that I will cover.
Možda 3 stvari koje ću da
Maybe
pokrijem.
something more comes up during our
Možda se
conversation.
nešto još uvek izrodi u
Really
našem
think that
razgovoru.
there is
Možda se setim još nečega.
things that is kind of like the foundation for it, like where it all starts. And
Ali
it's
šta je to
called
što je temelj? To je sposobnost,
ability,
ability.
of course. Everyone that lives in a modern society knows that through our educational system we
Svi
create
koji
ability,
žive u današnjem
we create
društvu znaju
skills, we
da
create knowledge. So for me,
kreiramo
when I talk
znanje
about
i
ability, I'm
sistem
talking about
školstva.
maybe all of those things, all in all, that is your capability of doing something, of getting a task
Ali
done.
više mislim
And
na
of course
svoju
now we've got
sposobnost
some
da radiš nešto, da
abilities,
uradiš
we've got
nešto.
some learned abilities from what you've done so far in your life, and then
Da
you've got
naučiš
this
da iz onoga što si
abilities,
do
the
sada u
skill
životu
sets
uradio,
that
da
we
iz
can
toga
be taught
izgradiš nešto
about
drugo.
Zinzino, on
Da
how
naučiš
do we
o
prospect, how do we
Zinzinu,
build
da
up a name
naučiš o
list, how do we
prospektovanju,
contact those, and how do we do this short presentation, how do we feed
kako
them into
radimo
a
kratku
business
prezentaciju,
presentation,
kako
what do we
nastupamo,
do in the decision meetings to get them close into the business.
šta radimo u
Also, then
procesu
getting
odlučivanja.
started training, when you start getting a team, what about your team meetings, what do you put into it, and then the BPSs every month to train the ever-growing group. And then, of
Da
course,
svakog
the last
meseca
part is the
praviš rast
duplication part,
u svom poslu.
which is the events where people are put
Da
on
posećeš
fire.
događaje
So
na koje
ability is
dovodiš
really
svoje ljude.
important. But also I've experienced that there is a lot of people with abilities that doesn't have result. So there is an equally important part to it, which is called hunger. And hunger
Ali
might
mnogi
be
ljudi imaju
easy word to
sposobnost, ali opet
understand. I
nemaju
mean,
rezultata zbog
if
toga
I
što im
take
fali
away
glad.
your food for a couple of days, you will feel really hungry. Or actually, if I take it away long enough, the hunger dies back down. But I've done some intermittent fasting, and I've done some fasting, and you know, when you take it away, especially for me, the crunch points is after I fasted for 48 hours. Then I'm really, truly
Prolazio
hungry.
sam kroz faze fastinga, gladovanja,
But in our
pa i
business,
kad posle
hunger
48
means that
sati
drive.
gladovanja
that
zaista si
inner
gladan.
willpower that,
Takav
that
osjećaj
you
ti
want
treba,
to
takav
change,
osjećaj da
you want to
gladi
grow, you
za
maybe want to
promenu.
rank advance it means that you want to make money, and in your life hunger could mean that you
želiš
want
da
to change your situation, you want
imaš
to
glad
change
da stvoriš dobitak, da stvoriš novac,
life that you have and upgrade it in several
da
areas, and it could be
svoj
anywhere
život
from
koji
here
imaš
you're struggling to pay
naprediš
your
u
bills,
narednim
and you
godinama.
just want to change in that, and you want to get out of that situation, so you
Da
don't
želiš
worry
da
about
izađeš
money.
iz situacije
But
u
it
kojoj
could
se
also
trenutno
mean that
nalaziš.
that it's more of a luxury things that you want that
Možda o nekim luksuznim stvarima koje bi želeo da
what I would
imaš.
call middle class, and you've got everything. You can travel on vacation. You can do a lot of things.
Ako si u srednjoj klasi, ti možeš već dosta toga da postigneš, da imaš dobar auto, da putuješ, da imaš stil života, nameštaj, stan kakav želiš.
Move to a better location, maybe you want that.
Ali možda bi želeo da promeniš lokaciju, možda bi želeo da putuješ na mnoga mesta. Glad je u različitim oblastima se ispoljava. Ovo je sve snimano u Meksiku, vidite da prolaze sa meksičkim šeširima na glavi. To je bio događaj direktorsko putovanje u Meksiku. Znači, prvi deo je sposobnost i glad. To je prvi korak koji je potreban da bi se posao pravilno kreirao. Da imaš sposobnosti i da imaš glad za uspehom. I pogledat ćemo sada kvadrant.
Highly productive activities. Then we've got mid-productive
imamo visoke produktivne aktivnosti, srednje aktivnosti, niske produktivne aktivnosti i bezproduktivnosti. To su četiri dela produktivnosti koje imamo.
About time management and how to plan out your time.
I trening time management je vrlo važan, kako upotrebljavamo vreme, kako ga koristimo.
Of this same thing, you could say that how we spend our time with other people, maybe we should judge that based on their abilities and their hunger level. And if I was to quiz you, I would say, okay, we've got
vreme kako provodimo sa ljudima može da govori i o nekim našim pristupima i različitim tipovima ljudi.
Yes, that's a highly productive activity. But now, what's the mid-productive activity? Is it the person with great abilities and past result? Or is it a brand new person with no ability and just a lot of hunger?
Zavisi od osobe, da li je to osoba koja nema znanja, a ima glad, odnosno pričamo o različitim tipovima ljudi sa kojima imamo sastanke, imamo ove koji imaju i jedno i drugo, zatim ove samo gladne, imamo ove koji nemaju sposobnosti, ali nisu ni gladni, zadovoljni su pozicijom gde se sada nalaze, oni su najteži i najmanje perspektive imaju za vas, a ovi nisko produktivni možda imaju samo sposobnosti, ali još uvek nisu probudili glad, imaju veštine, ali nisu zainteresovani da se bore, nisu zainteresovani da uspe. I s njima ne vredi provoditi previše vremena. Znači, taj time management se odnosi na to da procenimo osobu s kojom razgovaramo, da li posjeduje obe stvari, da li ima i glad i sposobnost, odnosno veštinu, znanje. Kakvi su najpoželjniji? Jedno zastrašujuće pitanje.
Which is the people with the skills and ability, the people that can do so incredibly great. What I always focus on with them, I don't go and do the business. What I do is that I go out and yes, I only work on building their hunger because at the end of it,
jer i sa ljudima koji nemaju glad, moguće da mu razviješ glad na sastanku, da mu objasniš da razume, da shvati mogućnost. Znači, i to s čime oni dođu, to nije nepopravljivo. Sa tim svojim sposobnostima i stavovima. Ti si taj koji možeš to pitanjima da pobudiš. Glad pravi superstara.
It wasn't that they had prior contacts, it wasn't their contact list, it wasn't their skills of contacting. It wasn't their system that they developed. It wasn't any of those things that made them successful. What would then be, if we were gonna look really closely at it, the most important thing to be great at? Well, it would be the ability to, that was kind of a joke, you know, but it would be, how do we develop more hunger? And that brings me to that
razlog
area number 2 of the discussion.
deliberate dreaming je
Is
druga
about
stavka.
deliberate dreaming. There is no person out there, literally no one, that doesn't have dreams. Everyone, every
Svako
human
ima
being is
san, svako
inside of it.
ljudsko
It's
biće
ingrained
ima
in
san,
us.
svako ljudsko
Every
biće
single
sanja.
human being
A
are dreamers. That's so
svaki
important. I mean,
čovjek
when
je
we go
dreamer,
to
sanjar.
sleep at night, even if you doesn't recognize it, you
Čak i
are
ako ga
dreaming.
ne prepoznajete ili
Just
ne
so it is.
prepoznajete sebe kao
Let's
sanjara, vi to
go
jeste.
And when you were young, you had ambitions, you had
Kada
dreams.
ste bili mladi, imali ste
When you
ambicije,
saw different things happening, you had
kada su
ambitions.
se neke različite
dreams, when you
stvari
went to
dešavali,
When you played
dešavale,
sports, or when you were at
imali ste
church, or
ambicije u
when
školi,
you
u
did some
sportu,
fun things, or the first time you
crkvi.
saw a really cool car like a Ferrari, you go, I'd
Kad
like
ste vidjeli
something like
neki
that.
sjajan auto, kao
Every
što je, na
single
primjer,
one of them.
Ferrari, svi ste ga poželeli. Svi ste to
Dreams
prošli.
is not the same as deliberate dreaming.
Ali
Deliberate
snovi
dreaming
nisu
is a
isti kao
system
deliberate
to build your
dreaming.
hunger.
To su
And it goes through
snovi
5
koji
steps.
grade
I'm
tvoju
gonna
glad.
take you through each one of them. Step number 1 is that you have to suggest to yourself. We call it
Trebaš sam
self-suggestion.
sebi da daš
Suggest yourself
sugestiju, da sam sebi
I can
sugeriraš
do
nešto,
something.
neku želju.
I'm able to be one of those people that gets to 25,000 euros a month, or I'm
Ja treba sebi da
able to
kažem,
can
jesam sposoban
impact
sam da budem među ljudima koji zarađuju
10,000 people.
25.000 evra
I'm one of
mesečno.
those. You have to suggest yourself.
Morate
I'm one
da
of those that
sebi daš
deserves to, when I go on a
želju
vacation, stay on a 5-star hotel.
da kažeš
we
ja
bought
mogu
out
da
this
budem na jednom
entire
ovakvom
resort
letovanju
there
kao što je ovde ovaj resort
for
u Meksiku,
director
ja
trip
mogu
this
to
year.
na direktorskom
Incredible
putovanju da
place, the
osvojim
Grand Hyatt in Cancun, Mexico.
u Cancunu u
like,
Meksiku.
so, suggesting to yourself and saying that
Sam
I
sebi
want
sugerišući
those things. That's the
da
first
sam
step.
sposoban za takve stvari i razvijem želju da ih
Now,
ostvarim.
just because you suggested a few times that
Samo zato
I'd
što si
like to
to
live in a 500
sebi
square meter home, or I want to have a great cabin in the mountain. I want to go skiing
da
2
si
times a year.
sebi
I
dao
want to
neke
have
konkretne
a
želje i
beach
snove,
vacation for 2 weeks, 2 times
vikendicu,
a year. I want to
skijanje,
send my kids to the best school. I want to be
da
the
deca
biggest
idu u
donor to
najbolju
local
školu,
charity, to work on the community.
da radim
Just because
za
you
zajednicu,
suggest that
da budem,
1 or 2
da
times
pomažem
doesn't mean
onima
that it's
u
going to be inside
koji
of you in a
nisu
way where you
dovoljno
say,
sposobni da
I
se
have to
sami
do it.
staraju o sebi.
You have
Sve
to
to može
suggest
biti
it
želja.
repeatedly
A onda,
until it
posle
becomes what we call
sugestije, dolazimo do
auto-suggestion.
autosugestije.
So it's not a self-suggestion where you think about it because you watch something on the outside, you watch something and you say, I want that. But it comes something on the inside, where you're inside, so in the middle of your darkest hour, in the middle of where you are not feeling good, where you're not feeling great, where you're not feeling
Da
powerful,
imaš
there is an
nešto što će te
auto-suggestion
pokrenuti
from your
kada
inside
se ne
saying,
osjećaš
hey,
dobro,
no,
kada ti
stop
ne
it.
ide
Or
dobro.
yeah, you are gonna be good again. You're gonna be doing
Moraš da
those
imaš
things.
nešto
You're gonna
što
be
će da te
getting that
pokrene i
lead
moraš
flow.
sam
You're gonna
sebe
be
da
getting
pokreneš i da
to
kažeš ti
travel on those
moraš da kreneš
vacations.
napred
The
dalje.
team is
Nisi
going to go to
ostvario
that site. You're gonna be
svoje
hitting the
planove,
diamond. You're gonna
svoj
be
san.
hitting the director. You're gonna be, and it becomes an
Moraš sebi reći da želiš i
auto-suggestion
postići ćeš poziciju
after
direktora.
you self-suggested. And that's
Posle
why I, throughout my
autosugestije,
life, for the most part, I wouldn't say every single day, but it's very close to every day, I have
skoro svaki dan
suggested
kažem
to
sebi,
myself, use the self-suggestion. And then
koristi
after some years, it
autosugestiju,
became an
koristi, kažem
auto-suggestion.
sam
So I
sebi.
would go over my dreams again and again and again and again and again and again on a daily basis.
Na
I
dnevnoj
can't get them
bazi.
out of me.
To
And
treba
that's
da
when you
izađe
start
iz mene.
becoming a deliberate dreamer, because number 3 is the
Treće
creative
je
imagination.
kreativna.
You go and I don't know who created this thing right here, but there was an artist there at one point wanting to put this in the middle of this lobby. It's beautiful, going up there, going out there, and they creatively were
Treba
thinking,
imati
how do I
sposobnost
design
vidjeti
this?
ono
How
što
do I
još ne
design all the
postoji,
things?
kreirati,
How do
zamisliti
this come
kako
to
bi
part, you know?
šta
And that's the
izgledalo.
creative imagination
Da imate
of an
kreativnu maštu,
architect or of an artist.
da imate možda
Our
neke
life,
sposobnosti
we
koje
are
imaju
that
arhitekte,
one, that
koje imaju
architect
umetnici.
of our life. So we
Da
have
budete
to
arhitekt
create
svog života,
by
da ga kreirate,
imagining those
da
things that we
zamislite
want in
te
our life.
stvari
So
koje
that's
želite
the
u svom
creative
životu.
imagination. And
To je
that's a
kreativna
deliberate
mašta.
practice where you write out the plans, where
Postoji,
you visualize what you want to do.
vežba
And as you
koja se
do
zove
that, it
vizualizacija,
develops into number
da
4,
vidite ono
which
što
is
želite.
the vision. And a vision can come in 2 ways. It can be
Edition može da dođe u
outside
više
you just
načina.
at one point feel it, and you got a vision, I need to do that. A visionary type of person, that happens to quite frequently. I think everyone has it happen to them once or twice
Znači,
in their life.
viziju možete da osetite, a možete i
When
da
you do
je,
that creative imagination
skoro
part,
da je vidite.
and you are repeating
Da
that,
uz pomoć
at one
mašte
point you form a
ponavljate
second type
tu
of
svoju
vision, which is not seen in just a
viziju
glimpse and you just kept it, but it's growing on you, and you see
koja će
your life
rasti
in a certain
u
way,
vama,
and you can't stop working on
koja
your
ne
life,
može da
working on
se
your business
zaustavi, koja se
until you
meša u vaš
achieve that.
posao.
At that point,
I
number 5
imamo
kicks in,
druge
which is
sugestije.
others' suggestion. That
A
means that you
sugestije
will then be
drugih.
much more
To
conscious about
znači
who do you keep
da
close to, who do you
budemo
keep in your life, because
svesni
those people have an impact too. Because if
da
you have self-suggestion,
razni ljudi imaju
auto
utjecaj na nas,
suggestion,
da njihove
you're
sugestije
creatively
utiču na naše,
imagining a good life, you're
da
seeing a clear
utiču na
vision.
naše
People around you, the others
imaginacije, na
around
naše
you,
želje.
your peers or your leadership above you, or the people you spend your
Ljudi
time
koji
with
su
are saying, of
iznad
course,
tebe mogu da
we
ti
can do
pomognu,
that.
koji su lideri.
Then when you practice this, you become that deliberate dreamer. And now,
I kada se ovo
as you are
praktikujete, onda
a
ste
deliberate
deliberately dreamer, odnosno
we've got the
dreamer sa
hunger for
svrhom.
that.
Imate svrhu
You've got
svog sna.
whys that makes you cry. You've got things that are
Imate
so
svoju
powerful inside of you.
viziju,
You can't walk
imate
away from
snagu
it.
u sebi.
Some of the people in Zinzino, and I could talk about Jutta, or I could talk about Attila, or I could talk
Mogu da
about
spominjem neke ljude
many
iz
different
Zinzina,
people. It's not
uspešne ljude,
talk about myself. I talk
a
about
ili mogu i o
Jutta.
sebi da pričam.
I could talk about Carla.
Mogu
I
da
could
pričam o
talk about
Karli,
so many of
o
our
toliko
leaders. They
lidera
just got that passion, you know, that
koji imaju
hunger
strast
to help people
da
with
pomognu
their
ljudima
health. And then others have that passion to help people with a business more than the
i da
health side.
pomognu
Doesn't matter,
ljudima u
but you
poslu.
got that passion, you know. You really, really, really want to help people.
I to su ljudi koji zaista
Hunger.
žele da
And you
pomognu
can't stop.
ljudima
You
koji
can't
su
stop because you really want
gladni.
to. You're thinking about it all the time. How can we do this? How can we develop people?
Ponekad
How can
pomisliš
we
kako
get
i
the
razmišljaš o
balance
tome
going
kako
in
možemo
the hands of
pomoći,
more
kako
people? And of
možemo
course,
da
we
razvijemo
talk
te
about
ljude.
that, Paul and the science team, you know, they've got that. We want to get this out to so many people that we could read and see the impact on the world. So that's the hunger part.
Mi želimo da dodirnemo toliko ljudi, da vidimo taj svoj utjecaj
I'd
i na
say
svetskom
that
nivou, da vidimo to u velikim brojevima.
90 to 95% of the job is done. When it comes to
90
what
do
needs to be worked on you, now
95% posla
there
je
is a
uređeno.
second part to it too, which is my point number 3. and that
To je
is that
tačka broj 3.
hunger will take you this far.
Glad će te
And then you
dovesti do
have to
neke tačke.
develop those abilities.
A
Because,
onda
as
je
I said,
neophodno da razvijaš te
hunger
sposobnosti.
above ability, but what I really want is to work with people that have hunger growing and that have abilities, skills
Jer cilj je
growing,
da me
because
glad
then we
dovede
can
do
just build
porasta
so much
sposobnosti.
faster. So
Da
there
naučim,
is a system thinking
da sistemski
inside of what we do
razmišljam
in Zinzino. And the
unutar
system
ovoga
thinking
što
is
mi
very
radimo,
important
unutar posla.
because, you know, let me just get a sip of my coffee here. The system is where we train the abilities with our team.
Sistem je ono gde vežbamo sposobnost našeg
Learn
tima.
all the abilities, you won't learn all the skills, but
Želiš
inside
da
of the system,
naučiš
we will
sve
direct you to
veštine,
where you can learn it. So we've
ali
got
mi
to go
imamo
around. We've
sistem
got
u
over
okviru tima gde možemo
400
da učimo.
hours of training, and I think that we're releasing another 4 every month. So if you go
Mislim
through
da
those
svakog
400
meseca
hours, you
nekoliko
know
sati
so
treninga
much
novog
more than you need
puštamo
to know
u
to
naš
become a
ofis
president, okay?
i imate
It's there.
mogućnost da
There is
učite i
nothing
napredujete.
new that you need to know after that. To become president, maybe to become a leader of a 1 million customer organization, maybe you
I
need to
to
know
vam
more.
može
I don't know,
pomoći da
because I haven't built
postanete
it yet. It's gonna happen in the
prezident,
next 2
ali
years,
možete
though, because
postati i
that's
lider
set in stone
milionima
that
ljudi,
we'll go to 1 million customers
jer
by
ćemo imati milion
2025.
kupaca do
And there is books to read that is
2025.
recommended in our Go Core coaching programs. We've got
Go
that
Core
down.
coaching
But the
program koji imamo,
system, when you start doing all of these things, you start implementing it, you will very
kad
soon
počnete to da
see
radite, vi
that
to
there is
implementirate u
parts
rad sa
to
timom
that ability,
i onda
your
sposobnosti
skill sets.
i
And one
veštine
is the personal abilities, and the
za svoje
second one is the
lične,
leadership abilities.
lične sposobnosti razvijate, a onda razvijate i liderske
You know how to
sposobnosti. To
prospect,
su dve
you know
stvari
how to
različite.
build your name list, you know how to contact, you
Imate
know how
svoju
to
listu, znate kako da kontaktirate
do the
ljude,
presentation, you know how to
kako da
run a
držite
business
prezentaciju, znate šta
presentation, you know
posle
how to
prezentacije,
close in a decision meeting,
znate
you know
da
all those
zatvorite
closing
i
techniques,
zaključite
you know
razgovor
how to do the
odlukom,
getting started training, you know how
znate
to
kako
host
da
a team meeting,
počnete
you
trening
know
učenja
how
novog, vi
you
znate kako,
arrange a BPS and you work together with the other leaders on the
kako
event,
da
filling the
radite
room,
na
and
događaju sa
creating that
drugim liderima,
duplication.
kako da kreirate duplikaciju.
That's the personal side of it, the personal side of the abilities.
To
But then
je
there is the
lični
system side of the
razvoj
abilities, which
sposobnosti.
will take you beyond being a diamond or a director or a crown. I think with the personal abilities, depending on how strong they are, you could go from, the beginning stages, maybe all the way to royal, well, definitely to royal crown, maybe all the way to black crown.
Možda
I
do
think
Black
some people,
Krune možete doći
through a
svojim
little bit
ličnim
of duplication,
sposobnostima
but not trained duplication,
i
more
duplikacijom, ali više onako spontanom
real
duplikacijom,
functioning
ne
duplication.
treniranom, ne
I won't go
vežbanom.
into that. I'll explain that on maybe a later talk at one point. But through that, they get to the ambassador levels, and some people
Ali
too,
od
on their personal
ambasador
abilities,
nivoa
because they're so unique, build all the way
tu se
to
razvijaju
president
sada
just
potpuno
by
nove,
running out
drugačije
so hard.
veštine.
So if you have strong personal abilities and an insane hunger, you
Zahteva
could
se
build
jaka
everything
lična,
yourself,
lična vrednost i lična sposobnost,
At one
ali
point, your team will stop growing
vaš tim
because
će
you run
stati.
out of juice. You run out of hunger, or you
On
run
će
out of
stati sa
ability
radom,
to lead
jer
that
ste vi
number of
ostali
people.
bez
How many can you lead? Can you
energije,
lead
ostali
10?
ste bez
Yes.
goriva,
Can you
ostali
lead
ste bez
20?
gladi,
Yes. Can you lead
ili
30?
nemate,
Yes.
niste
Can you maybe
nastavili
lead
da
40 or
razvijate svoje
50?
sposobnosti.
Maybe yes, but at one point you can't lead any more people in your team. And
Ali u nekom
that's where
trenutku vi ne
system
možete da
thinking
vodite
comes in, which is the
sve te
second
ljude.
part of developing your abilities.
Tada ide drugi nivo razvoja vaših sposobnosti.
Because in every great society, they're
Kao u
great
svakom
because we
velikom
can
društvu.
trust the systems. Let me just take up my list here. So,
Da vam
in a great
pokažem ovu moju
society,
listu.
you can trust the traffic system. In a great society, you can
Veliko
trust the
društvo
train
može da
system.
veruje
They'll
sistemu
be
saobraćaja.
reliable and on time. In a great society, you can trust the food system, so no one will be going around hungry from lack of food. There will always be
I u velikom
supply.
sistemu postoji zaštita da niko ne bude
Would
gladan.
you go on to an airplane where you didn't trust the system of that airplane? No, you wouldn't. And we just had, for the past, I think it's 4 years, the Boeings that were malfunctioning grounded. No, we trust the system again. So they're flying.
I
I was
opet
flying
i
one the
kada
other
u
week.
pitanju
I had no
letenja
problem with
avioni,
it
mi
because
opet
they
verujemo
fixed the system.
sistemu.
And the
Sistem
system
koji
wasn't
održava da
ability
to
of the captain.
funkcioniše.
It was the ability of something that was outside of his
To je
control that he
nešto,
can
to je
trust in.
sposobnost koja je veća od nas samih.
Then he
To je
can do
sposobnost
the
koja je van
miracle
naše
of
kontrole.
flying you safely from one place to another one.
Da veruješ da ćeš biti prevezen od jedne tačke do druge bezbedno avionom je poverenje koje poklanjamo sistemu koji je van naše kontrole.
All of this, when there is a great society, you've got great systems and you can
Kada
trust
postoji
in them.
veliko društvo, postoji i veliki sistem kome možeš verovati u
There
tom
will
društvu.
be a great system that you can trust in. And this is where my career changed.
Ovo je meni promenilo karijeru.
Okay? When I started out, I had some great sales abilities. I really did.
Kada sam počeo, imao sam stvarno dobre prodajne sposobnosti.
I had horrible, like, non-existing recruiting abilities.
A imao sam nikakve
I spent 2
sposobnosti da
years getting
regrutujem
my first partner.
nove
I
ljude.
spent another 2 years getting a small team. I was not good
Tek
at
posle
recruiting.
2
That was
godine
skills
sam
that I
uspeo da
needed
napravim
to
neki
develop.
mali tim. Uopšte nisam
But
bio
I
dobar u
was
tome.
hungry. I was
Ali
so
sam bio
hungry. I
gladan,
was like,
toliko sam bio
I
željan.
wanted to break free. I had
Želeo sam da
goals of
postanem slobodan.
becoming very, very rich at a very young
Želeo
age.
sam
So
da budem
I had
vrlo
some
bogat u vrlo
abilities
mladim
and I had
godinama.
hunger. Now, after a while, after 4 years, I've
Posle
been
4
reading, I've
godine
been studying, I've been listening, and I've been practicing thousands and
slušao sam
thousands
druge, vežbao
hours
sam,
of presentation work.
sate
And that
prezentacija sam
increased
provodio,
my abilities
dok
also on the
nisam
recruiting
razvio svoju
And then
mogućnost
eventually I
i
developed
sposobnost
abilities on the team
da
building side
regrutujem
and
ljude.
the training side and so on. So I developed all of these abilities. and I
Razvio sam sve
got
te
my hunger,
sposobnosti
and
koje
then I
su mi
got my
potrebne.
breakthrough. And in that
Tu mi
breakthrough,
je
I went
pomogla
from
moja glad,
literally
a onda sam
making
napravio
no money
proboj.
to the bamboo effect. It was just growing, growing, growing. Literally in 4 or 5 weeks, it grew so fast.
Za
that
4-5
10,000
nedelja
euros
odjednom
a
se
month, then I
desio
got to
ogroman napredak, kao
15,000
kvantni
euros a
skok
month, then
da
I
se
got to
desio
20,000
u jednom
euros
trenutku
a
kada je
month,
sve
and
to
then I got to
eksplodiralo.
23,000 euros a month, and then
Zarađivao
something
sam 22-23 hiljade
declined
evra
back
mesečno,
to 15, and then all the way back again to just above, I would say 10, the currency
a
exchange.
onda
of
opet je
Sweden,
došlo do
Norwegian
pada,
dollars.
do padanja
Let's say
i
10 just
spao
to
sam
make
na
it
nekih
simple.
10 hiljada evra
I was
mesečno.
wondering what happened.
Pitao sam šta se desilo.
And at this moment,
U tom
we
trenutku
wanted to learn from other people.
želeli smo
we
da
were so
učimo
lucky,
od drugih
or
ljudi.
so hungry. I would say probably that we
Bili
were
smo
so hungry.
srećni ili smo bili
We
dovoljno
got to
gladni,
run
nešto od toga.
into a person and his name is Randy Gage, and you
I
might
onda
have
se
heard
pojavila
of him.
osoba
When we
po imenu
told
Randy
him
Gage,
what we
koji
were
nam je
doing,
'dao neka svoja
or what we
znanja.
were doing, then he looked at us and he shook his
Gledao je
head and he said,
šta
"You
radimo.
guys don't know nothing, and you make no."
Gledao nas je i
That was
rekao,
it.
vi ljudi ne
Okay,
znate
you know,
ništa.
and I was hungry to learn, and I said, "So
Želeo
what
sam
do
da
I have to
naučim.
do?"
Šta
And
bi
he said,
trebalo
"Well,
da
you have to
uradimo,
go to
pitao
my
sam.
training." So I went to that training.
Rekao je,
In
dođi
that
na moj
training,
trening.
he was drawing out a systems thinking and
I
how
onda je
to
počeo da nas
implement
uči
that, and
da
then went back home
sistemski
and we
razmišljamo.
implemented a system. And by implementing the
Ugradili
system,
smo
we got
sistem
great
u naš
growth, and the
rad.
volume in depth just increased. I was able to get up to those 25,000 a month again, maybe a little bit.
Imali smo rast, opet sam mogao da zarađujem sada 25.000 evra mesečno. Ali
then it tumbled down a little bit again, so I went
onda je
to
opet
see
malo
Randy
palo.
for a second time.
Onda sam otišao kod Randija ponovo da ga čujem.
Amazing. I mean, you can do so much with hunger. You can do so much with excitement. It's so
Mnogo
great
možeš da
all you
postigneš
got, and
glađu
your
i
abilities
uzbuđenje,
are strong.
ali
But
i
you need to have a system that can
sposobnosti
work
su ti
without
jake.
you.
Ali treba ti sistem koji će raditi bez tebe.
And that's what takes you to the higher levels.
To me je podiglo
You won't
na
get
lični
to work on that system that
nivo.
works without you.
Moju
Without
ličnu
the
sposobnost
hunger
i
and the abilities
sistemsku
to get to diamond.
sposobnost podigli smo
That's a hunger game,
do
and it's
dijamanta.
a skills game, just learning fast, and you can be diamond. Anybody watching this, including you, can be diamond in the next 90 days if you put
Svako
everything
od
you
vas
got
koji ovo
into it.
gleda
I'm not
može
asking
biti
for more than
dijamant
what you've
za
got.
90
I'm
dana
just
ako
asking for
uključi sve ovo o
everything
čemu
you've got,
pričam.
sacrificing
I
everything.
da
Then you
sve
can do
što
that.
treba i
And if
žrtvuje
you
sve
don't
što
have
treba
that
za taj uspeh.
opportunity to do that, every single
Ima
one of you could
mogućnost
still be
svako od
diamond
vas
in 5 years by
da u
deliberately
5
following
godina
what I've just been going through,
prateći ovo
following
što
the
govorim,
systems of
prateći sistem
Zinzino, and just
Zinzina
working part-time over the next
i
5
da
years.
radi
Every single one of you
snažno sledećih
can
5
do
godina
that. It
može
doesn't take
postati
more than
prezident,
what you've
može
got.
biti to.
You're able to, because I said there is people with no abilities and no hunger. Well, that's their personal choice. Everyone can develop some abilities.
Svako može da razvije neke nedostatke svoje, da li da nema dovoljno gladi ili dovoljno sposobnosti,
When you
može
get through
razviti
diamond, get through director, get through crown,
postajete
and you're getting to those
direktor,
higher levels, you
diamant direktor,
eventually have
kruna,
to trust in your system. You have to trust in that pipeline that
morate
we're
verovati
working
u
on in
pipeline,
systems training,
taj
which you can
sistem koji
watch all
imate,
of that
koji
in the
radite,
GoCore app as well. So that pipeline training where you
taj
understand the
pipeline
principles
trening,
of prospecting. And those principles are taught when you're not there. When you
taj
understand
rezultate i taj
building a
princip
business
treba
is
da
not optional, it's
funkcioniše i
something we
kada
all
vi
have to
niste
do.
tu.
When you understand that contacting is a daily, weekly practice in every team, because that's what leads to the short prestations. And yes, there is a customer pipeline for the same things as well.
Stoji i
But
za
there is,
customere
that what
tako
leads into a
pipeline.
business prestation. And you want to have a system of business prestations so that
I
you can plug
sistem
people in
poslovnih
literally all
prezentacija.
across the world, and people can get the presentation in their own language, which
I
feeds
imate
into
i gotove
how
već
you train
prezentacije na
people to
različitim
do
jezicima da
decision,
možete
which
ljudima u
feeds
celom
into
svetu
the
da
decision making,
predstavljate.
feeds into that you have implemented or getting started trainings into teaching all of your team everything that they need to know
I
first,
da
and then you
učite
follow
svoj
up with
tim
a
sve ono što oni
systematic
treba da
meeting
znaju,
every week
da
and a
ih
monthly
sistemski
BPS, and
na
you get
nedeljnom
into
i
the
mesečnom
selling business and bring
nivou
people to the major events, because that's
obučite
where
i
we help
dovedete
you
ih na glavne
take the people
događaje.
with no ability or low abilities,
I oni
the
sa
people
malo
with
sposobnosti
no
ili
hunger
malo
or low
gladi
hunger,
ili
and
bez
we
imalo
help you
gladi,
bring them a
dovedete
little bit up, so they get a
njih
little bit of hunger, a little bit
da
up, so they
malo
get a little
osete,
bit
da
of
osete glad,
abilities,
da
and
osete i
then
neku
sometimes
sposobnost, da
we
prepoznaju
break
nešto.
through
I
people,
onda
meaning that
odjednom
they are coming, they're open and they're
se
ready,
ljudi
and it's
otvore
like
i
they get
postanu
to see,
spremni da
and that's
vide
what I
ono
talked
što im
about in the
govorimo,
deliberate dreaming.
da im
Well,
damo
then instead of having to create that
te
vision, it's
snove
an
koje imaju svrhu,
interpretation of the vision. You see it like everyone else in
i
the
da
room,
vidite,
and boom,
da oni vide
they're
svoju
hungry
viziju,
and
kao
they've
što
got
svako
their
može da vidi
abilities.
svoju.
Or said in a different way, they got so hungry that
Glad
they
ti
used
pomaže da
all of the abilities, even the ones that they
unaprediš
didn't know that they
znanje i
had.
veštine
So when you trust in a system, you can go beyond
i
the
možeš
director and
da
crown level,
pojačaš onda
even
i
with
svoju glad.
smaller personal abilities. You can go black crown, ambassador, black ambassador, president, elite
Možeš
president,
biti black
global
ambassador, black ambassador,
So yes, you need
president,
hunger.
elite president.
Yes, you need ability.
Treba
The
ti
way we
glad,
build
treba ti
hunger is
veština
by deliberate dreaming.
i
And the
treba
way we
ti
develop
svrsishodan
that
san
second part of the abilities, which
i
is not your
trebaju
personal
ti
abilities,
lične
but the
sposobnosti,
system
ali
abilities.
i
When that's
sistemske
developed,
sposobnosti koje
there is
razvijaju
nothing that can stop you
posao
from
i onda
living
te
your dream
ništa ne može
through the Zinzino
zaustaviti da
compensation
živiš
plan.
svoj
And when we lead
život
that
u
dream through
Zinzino
that plan,
kompenzacionom planu.
it's gonna be amazing because tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people are impacted by our product range because of your effort.
Jer tvoja
Thank you
će
for the great work you're
napori
doing.
da
Can't
angažuju
wait to see
desetine
you in
hiljada ljudi da ih
person.
pokrene i
Love
promeni.
you.
I
God
puno vam
bless and
hvala
take care.
na svemu, na ovom svemu i pažnji koju ste dali. Sve to nam možeš da
Thank you
opet
so
ugasiš
much,
pa
Ariane.
upališ,
Great
da
insights
uključiš
as
ponovo
always.
snimanje.
So now, go out and grab a cup